Hey! Welcome to today's tarot reading. My name is Ren, and I'm making a YouTube channel dedicated to reading tarot cards in hopes of getting messages out that could help people by hearing them. Alright, before we begin, let's talk about this video's topic. Our question to ask the universe today is, what is my next creative venture? To me, this question is asking what the subject of our next art project would be. This could be a drawing, painting, writing, or whatever art form you feel most passionate about. However, from time to time, we lose our muse and feel amiss as to what to focus on next. So with that in mind, the goal of this read is to help you harness that next big thing that inspires you. First, we'll have 2 anime-themed decks, and each will have their own read. I'd like you to take a moment and focus on the question, what is my next creative venture? And pick either the Star Spinner Tarot with Goku here, or the Persona Tarot deck with Bulma. And the reason why I have 2 characters here is to hone in on the vibe that the deck will represent. I've placed Goku to represent laughter, simple-mindedness, and lightheartedness, whereas Bulma on the Persona deck represents hot-headedness, intelligence, and determination. Please take a moment to make your decision, and then we'll dive right into it. Hello. If you chose the Star Spinner Tarot deck with our little Goku figure here, then this read is for you. All right. First, we will take our deck here, shuffle some cards, while we ask the question, what is my next creative venture? What is the viewer's next creative venture? You'll have to bear with me as I practice shuffling in a way that the camera can see it. It's going to take a couple tries and a lot of practice before I get it, but I will get it and do that very satisfying shuffle. But for now, it just kind of looks ridiculous and choppy. But yeah, so please bear with me. Patience is much appreciated, especially as I figure out the quirks and kinks behind like making a YouTube video. All right. What is the viewer's next creative venture? Final shuffle. Let's get these a little cleaned up. All right. Let's move Goku over here. Move these down a little. Move that right there. And let's fix these wrinkles. Perfect. All right. For today's read, we have the 10 of Chalices, we have the Queen of Swords, and lastly, we have the 4 of Pentacles. I will put the deck here for now, move these 3 down, and now let's get to the interpretation. The 10 of Cups means contentment, repose of the entire heart, the perfection of that state. Also, the town, village, or country inhabited by the querent. So perhaps this art piece has to do with your hometown, where you came from, where you grew up, where you were born, whether that's a village, a city, a neighborhood, something suburban, something urban. Maybe that will help you get your setting, or at least of what this next art muse, then this next inspiration, it's going to be set in this place in your hometown. All right, now let's go to the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords represents widowhood, female sadness and embarrassment, absence, sterility. mourning, privation, separation. So maybe this is a sad piece. What you're working on next, it might be something that has to do with blue colors, blue tones, something that still depicts value while using all of these really dire, down, kind of really depressing, like kind of color palette. So something that's based off of your home and something that's kind of sad, toned down, kind of just like maybe something done in the rain, something that's relaxing, and perhaps you're in a state of mourning, or your character here is in a state of mourning that you'll be drawing or writing about. Now let's get the interpretation for the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is the surety of possessions, cleaving that to which one has, gifts, legacy, inheritance. I like that wording right there, cleaving to that which one has, especially in conjunction with this idea of mourning, of depression, sadness. So maybe this next art venture, this next muse of yours is related to your hometown and cleaving to those memories of home. Maybe you've left home and it's been a long time since you've been back there, but maybe you need to go back to your roots to find your next creative inspiration. All right, now that we have those three cards, let's pull some oracle cards to see if we can get a few more details to get some more specifics. I'm going to use the Third Smile Tarot, which uses the major arcana to give messages. These cards are hard to shuffle too because of their shape and size, but I will get used to it. Practice makes perfect, right? Let's spread these out a little bit. We have, the Tower, which goes in with our depression, mourning, sadness, cleaving to what one has, but forced to lose it. And then we have the Emperor. Now let's get a better look at these. The Tower. Seeing through illusions and letting go of what you wish things to be is the very first step. Nature alone is antique and the oldest art a mushroom. So perhaps what this means right here is that you might be thinking too hard about this and you need to just let go, get back to your roots. Don't let what you want to be take over and replace what can and could be. And it could be so much better than what you pictured before. Maybe you thought, oh, I shouldn't use a topic that I know of or that I'm familiar with because that's done. It's used. I'm used to it. But no, actually what you need to do is just to go back and see what's the wording I'm looking for? I keep using roots over and over again, so I'm trying to expand my vocabulary here. Well, while I'm thinking on it, let's go ahead and go to the next card, the Emperor. You have to pursue your goals similar to the way the Emperor does, structured, strategically, and with a lot of perseverance. Teeth are always in style. Well, maybe this right here means that you need to involve some kind of teeth, maybe a horror element, maybe just someone who just got their braces off and they're like really smiling and happy that they don't have the braces on anymore. I know I had braces for 5 years. All right, now that we have these two, what do they mean in terms of our original three cards? The details that I really feel that these are pulling out are interesting. So while I could pull specifics, and you could too, for instance, this mentions a mushroom, so you could literally have mushrooms involved in this art piece, and the same with teeth. Or we could take it to meaning, again, that you're overthinking what this next thing is going to be. It's really weighing down on you and it's stifling your creative process. You just need to let go and just do what you know, do what's comfortable to you. And through that, you are going to have this big inspiration of what to do next. And it's going to be something that was in front of you the entire time. All right, let's pull one more card. And quick explanation, these are the cloud cards from Cardcaptor Sakura, but they are stickers. However, it's still all the cards, so, why not shuffle them as cards, right? And they're adorable, they're tiny. I have the big ones coming in, but they haven't arrived yet, so I will use these. Now, let's see how terrible I will shuffle these. Yep, not good. Not good at all. I'll get better. All right. Woo! What will our next creative venture be? Can you give us more specifics, something specific for the subject to focus on for our next creative venture? We have the cloud. Oops. We have the cloud. Now, what does this tell me? This makes me think of when it's saying to go back to your home, to go back to what you're used to, what you're familiar with. Maybe that is literally drawing your home or describing your home, where you came from, your background, what you've done, what you've accomplished, and what you're going to do. You've been through struggles here with the Queen of Swords, but you're cleaving to them with the Four of Coins. You're not forgetting them. Even if you've had the Tower and you've experienced calamity and loss and change, it doesn't change who you are. And like the Emperor here, you have to approach things like the Emperor and see them in a structured, strategic way. Not overthinking, not overcomplicated. No, precise step 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's roll some dice so we can find some numbers that you can use to help you in your creative process. Now, these numbers can be a number of things. They could represent several things, such as, for instance, how many characters will be in the background of this art piece? How many characters are you going to write about? How many colors are depicted in this piece? All right. And just different questions like that. The opportunities are endless. All right, let's roll the first dice, the pink dice. We have 5. That could be 5 characters, 5 colors, 5 objects in the background, anything. Next, let's do the blue dice. And we have... will you focus? 4. Put that there. 5, 4. I wonder if we're going to end up having a countdown. That'd be funny. All right. Time for the baby dice. It's little tiny dice. And we have yet another 5. So that makes me think that 5 is actually pretty important here. Let's do actually one more dice. I have one that doesn't have numbers and instead has symbols on it. And so that will be very helpful here for finding our topic. Something to narrow things down a little more. Ooh, a bow. So perhaps this is something that's going to be very pretty, very elegant, very detailed, something that's just everything in it is nicely wrapped up with a bow. And something that's not a cliffhanger, not a what's going to happen next, simply a this is what it is and this is how it's going. And this, yeah. Oh, my laugh just pushed the card. All right, I think that wraps up our read for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found some inspiration from it towards your next creative venture. And if this read didn't vibe with you, feel free to listen to the other one. And I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you all had a great time. This was my first tarot video, so I'm a bit nervous, but I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. All right, bye. Hello, hello. If you chose Bulma with the Persona deck, then this read is for you. All right, now Bulma here represents hot-headedness, intelligence, and determination. Something a little more blunt, forceful, aggressive compared to the Goku and the my words, please let them come to me, the Star Spinner Tarot deck. All right, now let's begin. Let's move Bulma over here and start our shuffle. And while we shuffle, we will be asking the question, what will our next creative venture be? What will be that next muse, that next thing that gets us excited to work on our projects again? Those little bits. Get things organized. Ba-dum-bum. All right. Forgive me as I spend a moment to get things looking nice and even. All right. I'd say that looks good. Now, what do these cards mean? Okay, so first of all, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and Strength. Okay, let's start with the Ten of Pentacles. Not Ten of Pentacles. Let's start with the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is an interesting card because it can have two different meanings, basically, but neither can be harmonized, which means it's either A or B and not both of them together. So the Ten of Wands means oppression, but it also is fortune gained in any kind of success of these things. So really, it's like one or the other of rich and dissolution. All right. And for the Queen of Pentacles, we have opulence, generosity, security, magnificence, liberty. So that makes me think that the Ten of Wands here is actually referring to the gains, the riches, in conjunction here with the Queen of Pentacles, which is about opulence, generosity, being magnanimous. And now let's talk about strength. Strength is what it means on the surface. It's power, energy, action, courage, magnanimity. So that really almost makes me think with these three together that this is almost a venture about a figurehead, a ruler, a leader, a king, a queen, someone who is very powerful. They've earned their riches and they are not only using it, but they are keeping it and staying within that sense and field of power. All right, let's pull some cards here, some oracle cards to try to get more information. What I have here are these adorable onigiri cards that have suits on them. And based on those suits and the colors, things like that, we will make a determination of what it could possibly mean for us as far as what will our next creative venture be? What are some more details about this subject? Bear with me. Yet again, I will probably be saying that 1,000 times as I continually struggle to shuffle on camera, especially with these very awkward shaped decks. All right, what will our next creative venture be? And what are some specifics about it? Okie dokie. We have here the King of Hearts for our first card. Now, hearts, that represents cups in the tarot deck. And it means love, relationships, emotions. It is also representative of the element of water. Now then, but what does the heart of, I was about to say cups, what does the King of Hearts mean itself, specifically that playing card? Now, the King of Hearts represents an emotionally mature and honest man. Someone that has an understanding, someone that is compassionate. This goes again into the idea of a ruler who is not only wealthy and powerful, but loved among the people and has earned what they have. Next we have the Eight of Diamonds. Now, the Eight of Diamonds, or rather diamonds specifically, represents coins or pentacles and is symbolizing money-related matters, self-images, tenacity, security, as well as the element of earth. So this makes me think, yet again, we are talking about a ruler that is extremely wealthy, extremely powerful. This subject of yours is going to be perhaps about an entire kingdom. Now, let's see what the Eight of Diamonds specifically means. The Eight of Diamonds represents improved finances and help in a relationship. Improved finances, of course. Again, with the money, we get it. This is going to be about money. It is going to be about fortunes, gains, wealth, all of that fun stuff. All right, let's see if we can get another specified answer of sorts to help us really hone down on what this next creative venture will be, this next topic, this next subject that really gets you going and really acts as your muse to help you in your creative venture. Oh, really quick. These are Card Captor Sakura Cloud cards, and they are technically stickers, but it has all the cards, so why not use them as cards and shuffle them as cards and give them meaning and love? And I will do. But they are going to be, like all the other cards, very difficult to shuffle, so bear with me. All right, let's see. What will I... Oops. Totally flipped some of those over. Let me fix that. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, let's try this one more time. What will our next creative venture be? Help us find a specific topic. Help us to find a specific topic of what our next creative venture will be. Bit easier to shuffle them like that. All right. And we have, let me just move these back here. We have the float. So perhaps that means that the what you're either going to be doing is someone who is very afloat and is keeping themselves in balance and check and ruling with both pride, grace, and elegance. And the people love them. Or this could be in relation to the viewpoint. Maybe you're writing or drawing your viewpoint from an above angle, something from like a bird's eye view, not from the ground, not from your average point of view. All right. Now let's do some dice rolls to see if we can find some numbers that relate to this art topic, this next creative venture. This could be the number of characters that are displayed or written about. This could be the number of colors used, the number of objects in the background, the number of subjects in the focus, number of subjects that are just like not being paid attention to compared to the main one. There's all sorts of things that these could go for. But I do feel like they will be important numbers to pay attention to in terms of your next creative venture. All right. What is our first number? We have, come on, 9. Okay. What else do we have? Time for the blue dice. We have a 4. Now time for the tiny dice, the tiniest dice that ever did dice. And we have a 5. Last time I rolled a 5. All right. So we have 9, 4, and 5, which is funny because 5 plus 4 is 9. So you also might just have 9 and 9, or it could just be saying, hey, 9 is an important number here. Keep it in mind. That's going to come up. All right, now let's roll one more dice, and this one is symbols, not numbers. So this will help us really hone in on what other details this subject will be about. Whoops, it fell. Pulling it over, and it is leaves. So perhaps nature is depicted in this piece. Maybe flourishments, maybe like those Victorian style borders that have those really flowy, almost vine-like borders, and something like that that's just really pretty, really elegant, really just capitalizing on that sense of expensiveness, royalty, lavishness. All right. And that will conclude our read for today. I hope you found inspiration in this and an answer as to what your next creative venture might be about. And this is my very first full video tarot read, so I hope you all enjoyed. Please forgive me for any mistakes, or if the formatting is weird, or there's going to be things I know I'm going to be changing up as I learn. But thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And I hope you all have a great time, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.